I'm sitting on the floor right next to my bed because it was easier to get these out in piles and then put them right back instead of dragging them over to the table. It's too cluttered already with stuff that I have for an update. So we're gonna take a look at my CD collection, non-soundtracks. So I have a rather large CD collection as well. Um, Most of it, I would say 65% of it is soundtracks. There's a good 40 to 35% that are not, and I'm going to take you through them. So I just have them all in piles. These are in no specific order. We have Terror Squad, True Story. Um, yeah, Lean Back is great. I haven't listened to any of the rest of this album, and they're only known for that one song. So there we go. Obi Trice, Second Rounds on Me. Do like me some Obi Trice. Cain and Abel, Rise to Power. They were part of No Limit. This album is not No Limit, though. This is Elektra Entertainment. It's styled like a No Limit album. They left No Limit like after like one or two albums. This is a really good album. Eric Sermon, React. This has... I know this has React with Redman, which I love Redman. Does this have music too? Or is that another one? No, that would actually be the album music. I'm stupid. Yeah, no, this is a good album though. This one's decent. This is Kid Capri, Soundtrack to the Streets. This I have not listened to. This is Chico and Cool Water, Wild in the West. Most of these, if not all of these, were $1 or less, so. All right. Then we have LL Cool J, 14 Shots to the Dome. This is a decent album, kind of one of his, like weaker albums, although it's still pretty decent. This is the one that's got some weird tracks on it, like Pink Cookies in a Plastic Bag Getting Crushed by Buildings. So, Unk, Beating Down Your Block. This has Walk It Out and Two Step, right? Yep. Also the remixes to it. This also, I believe, yes, this comes with a bonus DVD. What is on the bonus DVD, does it say? Videos. And then making of. It's an alright album. This one's also just okay. We have Loon, No Friends. Then we have NSYNC's debut album, hell yes, big NSYNC fan. Then I found these both for $1. These are audio documentaries along with a book. We have the Backstreet Boys star profile and the NSYNC star profile. So, kind of weird. I know the edge of the screen is like black. There's a case. It's literally, my case is kind of like bending a little bit, so just ignore that as best as you can. This was 90 cents at a thrift store. This is UGK, Too Hard to Swallow. I have not listened to this yet. Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch, Music for the People. Such a good vibration. Then we have Loon's debut album, Loon. This was also $1 pickup. Unfortunately, it is the clean version. I hate that it's the clean version, but the album's on Apple Music, so I can easily listen to the uncensored version if I wanted to. And this is not a bad album. Hammer, The Funky Headhunter. Yep, Pumps and a Bump. I love Fabulous. This is Real Talk. This is really, really good. This is the one that's got Breathe, right? Right? Yes. Breathe, yeah. Really underrated rapper. I like him a lot. Then we have Vanilla Ice, or V-Ice, Bipolar. Pastor Troy and Criminal Maine, Atlanta to Memphis. This has a second disc. What's the second disc? Is it a chopped and screwed version? I am correct, yes. I'm a big fan of chopped and screwed music. There we go. Lloyd Banks, Rotten Apple, really, really good album. Kind of on par with his debut, The Hunger for More. This has Hands Up, correct? Yep. I don't understand why they didn't put My House on here, because that was like one of his lead singles for this album, and it's not on here. Oh well, still a very good album nonetheless. Jermaine Dupri, y'all know what this is, The Hits. So this is like a compilation of hits from his record label, So So Def. This is Welcome to Atlanta. Welcome to Atlanta where the players play, and we ride on them things like every day. Jump by Criss Cross, Sleeping in My Bed, the So So Def remix. We Belong Together by Mariah Carey, Confessions Part 2. Pulling Me Back, Chingy featuring Tyrese, hell yeah. Vanilla Ice, To the Extreme. I don't know why I was so hell-bent on getting all of Vanilla Ice's CDs. I really don't understand why. This is the best of Vanilla Ice. There is a reason I got this. I could not find the soundtrack to TMNT 2, and this has Ninja Rap. I have the soundtrack now, but still. Ludacris presents Disturbing the Peace, Golden Grain. This is a decent comp album. You really have to kind of enjoy these artists in order to fully get into this. I mean, Ludacris is great. Sean is really good. I-20, Little Fate, and Titty Boy. Titty Boy is 2 Chainz. That was his name before he switched over to 2 Chainz. You can see why he switched over. This is Philly's Most Wanted, Get Down or Lay Down. Who's featured on here? Oh, Pharrell is. Clips is featured. Fabulous is featured on here. Alright. I'm going to have to listen to that. This is a very underrated album. I mean, it's not great. That was my computer. It's not great, but it's a fun listen. Bad Boys to Band, Too Hot for TV. Yeah, man. Paul Wall, Get Money, Stay True. This does come with a bonus DVD as well. What is on the bonus DVD? Oh, a track-by-track video interview. So basically like, oh yeah, here's this track, and here's how I came up with that. I do like Paul Wall. What it do, baby? It's the Iceman Pow Wow. The Black Eyed Peas, Monkey Business. Kind of like their last good album. Everything after this was like really bad. I mean, their newer stuff is not great, but the stuff with like Boom Boom Pow and Dirty Bit, those were pretty awful. So 504 Boys, Ballers. This is a No Limit Records release. This does come with a DVD. What is on the DVD? On the Streets with the 504 Boys also contains the hot video for Tight Whips. Okay. Just so I know what I'm getting with my No Limit crew. Okay, that was a challenge. Shouldn't have been. I need a replacement case for that. Irv Gotti presents The Murderers, like Murder Inc. record comp. Nobody I know knows a single rapper off of Murder Inc. other than Ja Rule. We have Black Child, Cadillac Ta, Vita. Who else? Yeah, O1, BJ, like, nobody I know, and none of them actually did any solo releases, at least none that I can find. If they did, they're extremely rare. So I guess this was a case of a record label not being able to carry its artists. David and Jordan got this for me a couple years ago. This is ridiculous, but I love it. This is a single, a 7-track single, which is kind of unusual, by MC Luscious. Boom, I Got Your Boyfriend. What is this? What is it? So this has the radio edit, the house radio edit, the instrumental edit. Instrumental is misspelled on here, by the way. Club mix, the X-rated, R-rated, and house mix. Yeah, instrumental is misspelled on the disc if you can sort of see it. Yeah, there we go. Track 3. Boom, I Got Your Boyfriend. Young Guns, Tough Love. Young Guns, Brothers from Another. U.S. Usual Suspects, Reality World. This is one of the cool CDs where it was from a radio station and they just traded it in because they stopped playing it. This is Ball of Fall Records. Oh, Juvenile and Project Pet are featured on here. Hell yeah, definitely gonna give that a listen soon. Here's another Vanilla Ice. Hard to Swallow. Really cool cover art actually. Platinum Underground, which is considered one of the worst albums of all time. Cardinal Official, Not For Sale. Decent album. Another Vanilla Ice, Hot Sex. See, the thing with these Vanilla Ice albums, especially his later ones, is they start recycling the same tracks over and over, so it's kind of weird. Extremely Live. This is also considered to be a really terrible album. I'm not sure. So he either must be really terrible live or something was wrong. Partners in Crime, Club Bangers. I've listened to one song on this because I had to understand, I needed to understand what this was. It's a song called Poo Shooter, featuring Juvenile. And it's basically a shake that ass joint. He's literally telling you to shake that poo shooter. Nothing gets me more hot and bothered than by referring to someone's ass as a poo shooter. Vanilla Ice, Mind Blowing. Here's a really good one. Fabulous, Ghetto Fabulous. Y'all can't deny it. I'm a rider. You don't wanna up with me. Def presents Definition of a Remix, kind of a shorter album. This has remixes to Welcome to Atlanta, the Coast to Coast remix. That's Jermaine Dupri, P. Diddy, Snoop Dogg, and Murphy Lee. Let's Get Married with Jagged Edge featuring Run of Run DMC. Drew Hill featuring Debrat, In My Bed. Jagged Edge featuring Loon, Promise. Jermaine Dupri featuring ROC in the Clips, Let's Talk About It Too. Lil Bow Wow featuring Tyga, not T-Y-G-A, T-I-G-A-H. Puppy Love. And then Jagged Edge featuring Jermaine Dupri, Debrat, ROC, Lil Bow Wow, and Tyga, Where to Party At remix, which they did for Hardball. Although I have this on my phone, I guess I'm going to have to listen to this now. Because this is parental advisory, and the version that they did for Hardball is clean, so. R. Kelly and Jay-Z, Unfinished Business, basically a reason to do a tour. Ja Rule, Blood in My Eye, that's an okay album, not too bad. Jaquan, Hood Hop, again, it's alright. A lot of the times the beats and the features kind of steal the show from him. Show Your Ass by Ebony Eyes is hilarious, and not in an intentional way. This is Nelly, Sweat. Murphy Lee, Murphy's Law, isn't that right? Yeah, Murphy's Law. What the hook gonna be? This is from Disturbing the Peace. This is I-20, which is self-explanatory, which I do like how he used his logo, his name, as an actual interstate sign. Snow, 12 Inches of Snow, Informer. Demi Lovato, don't forget the deluxe edition. This does come with a bonus DVD. What is on the DVD? Music videos, making of the videos. Backstage from the Jonas Brothers Burn It Up tour. There's actually a lot of... it says it's only 30 minutes, but there's a lot of content on the bonus DVD. This album is actually really, really good. Family Guy Live in Vegas. I thought that was okay. This comes with a DVD too, right? Stewie's Sexy Party, The Making of Family Guy Live in Vegas, and The Making of Sexy Party. Rascal Flatts, their debut. That was from my mom's collection, and I took that. Ja Rule, The Last Temptation. Ja Rule, Rule 336. Jermaine Dupri, Instructions. That's an okay album. Can't really carry an album on his own. This was from my mom's collection, and I deliberately took this, and I'm glad I did, because for whatever reason, Snoop Dogg took like his first 2 albums off of Apple Music, because he has Death Row Records now. He bought that out from Suge Knight. He's going to turn it into like an NFT thing. And I thought they were back on for a second, because Dr. Dre's The Chronic was taken off too. Dr. Dre put his stuff back on, so I'm not, but not Snoop Dogg. So this is The Dogfather. This is a really good album. Bred to Die, Born to Live by Little Scrappy. This is another really good album from a strange music artist, Cut Calhoun, Believe. The Source presents Hip Hop Hits Volume 3. This comes with Holla Holla by Ja Rule, Quiet Storm by Mobb Deep, Hate Me Now with Nuss and P. Diddy, Made Men, because this is a Benzino album, so they gotta be on here. Juvenile Ha, Guilty Conscience by Eminem. Pretty interesting that that's on here. Down South Hood Hustlin', Pastor Troy and Nino PKO. Little Flip, I Need Mine. Yeah, this was a good album. I like this one a lot. I like Little Flip. Bubba Sparks, Dark Days, Bright Nights. This is a pretty solid album, too. Fly, Fast Life Youngsters, Jamboree. It's okay. Pro-Life, Nothing But Drama. Not listen to that. Nick Jonas. Nick Jonas, it's an okay album. The Backstreet Boys, Millennium. I believe I took that from my mom. I also took this from her. Def Leppard's Greatest Hits, Vault. Hell yeah, man. MXPX, Let's Rock. Which I really enjoy MXPX. Ashley Tisdale, Guilty Pleasure. Eddie Griffin, The Message. Fabulous, Loso's Way. Trey Songz, Passion, Pain, and Pleasure. American Gangster by Jay-Z. Fat Joe, Jealous Ones Still Envy. I've listened to all of his albums, and my general response from every single one of them was, could have been better. Birdman and Lil Wayne, Like Father, Like Son. That's pretty enjoyable. This is Trey Songz. What the hell is this called? Ready. Trey Songz, Chapter 5. Jeezy, Church in These Streets. Found these super cheap. JC Chazé, Schizophrenic. Vanessa Hudgens, V, the deluxe edition. This comes with a bonus DVD. Lil Zane, Young World, The Future. It's an alright album. Nick Cannon. Dude, best rap album of all time. No competition. The Entourage 1. Kind of glad these guys aren't making music anymore because they're not very good. I've listened to both of their albums and they're just a slog to get through. Young Guns, Get In Where You Fit In mixtape. Ricochet, Lack of Communication. I have not listened to that yet. Ali, Heavy Starch. Pretty solid album. Bloodhound Gang. I love the Bloodhound Gang. This is Use Your Fingers. This has Mama Say. What else does this have? You're Pretty When I'm Drunk. She Ain't Got No Legs. Yeah, I'm a huge Bloodhound Gang fan. David and Jordan also got this for me. This is Sensuous Sax, The Kiss. I'm not sure what this is. I pointed it out in the store that we were in, and then Jordan bought it 2 minutes later as a gag gift. Seems like it's one of those Time Life TV commercial CDs. Miracle, found this at a thrift store. Why not take a chance? This is cool. This is Crunk and Disorderly. This has What You Gon' Do by Little John and the East Side Boys featuring Little Scrappy. That's a good one. Throw Up Your Hood by Little Flip. 3-6 Mafia with Frazier Boy, Nothing. Young Bloods with All Pro. Turn It Up by T.I. featuring PSC. Yang Yang Twins and Bone Crusher are on here as well. There's some Christmas tracks on here too. The Blue Collar Comedy Tour Live. This was like their first one that they did. This is not a soundtrack or anything. This is like a legit stand-up album. So I think they're pretty good. Alanis Morissette. Suppressed for... What is that? Suppressed former infatuation junkie. Vanessa Hudgens identified. Britney Spears, Circus. Love me, hate me, say what you want about me. Some stand-up albums. We have John Leguizamo, Live, and David Cross, Shut Up You Fucking Baby. This has a bonus DVD, am I correct? No, this is just a 2-disc set. It's a long stand-up... No, that's it. Yeah, this is just a 2 CD set. The track names are pretty interesting. Like, Phone Call from a Cranky Terrorist, Diarrhea Mustache, and, yeah, most of these I can't say. I was lucky to say the title. JoJo. Yeah, JoJo, her debut album. I love the song Get Out. Get out right now. MXPX, Let It Happen. Together Again. Now, I do have the soundtrack to the movie, Together. This was a separate album that they did on their own. So it was kind of like a Spinal Tap thing. Three Doors Down, 17 Days. What's on this? It's Not Me. When did this come out? 2005. This is gotta have something that I recognize. I don't. I really don't. We Are the In Crowd. Best Intentions. Pretty good indie band. Trapped. I bought this way before Chris Taylor Brown went off the deep edge. Phil Collins Hits. That's another one I took from my mother. Another one I took from her. Jagged Little Pill. Alanis Morissette. Fall Out Boy. Save Rock and Roll in one of the worst cases ever, but that's a great album. Lenny Kravitz, Greatest Hits. Another one I took from her. Deal with it. She's in Florida. What's she gonna do? Fergie, The Duchess. It's pretty decent. This I did take from her. This is Stained, Break the Cycle. I'm not a big fan of this band. I like It's Been a While and Outside. And here's 14 Shades of Grey. Their style of music is like divorced dad music, and I'm not like the biggest fan of that. I think their lead singer, Aaron Lewis, is another asshole. I'm not a big fan of him. When he was with the band and when he's on his own, it's the same level. Dude can't pick a lane. Hot Action Cop. I don't know if you guys remember them. They had that song Fever for the Flava. It was featured in a couple of movies at the time. We Are the In-Crowd Weird Kids. Like I said, they're a pretty decent band. Their song, The Best Thing That Never Happened, is a bop. Love that one. UTP. Katrina Proof. Back Like We Left Something. Birdman. 5-Star Stunner. Mr. Cheeks. John P. Kelly. You can have a litany of rap names to choose from, and you went with Mr. Cheeks. This has lights, camera, action on it. Yeah. Blood Raw, My Life, The True Testimony. Life in 1472, the original soundtrack. It's not a soundtrack. By Jermaine Dupri. South Park Mexican, the Purity album. He's in prison for, he's been accused of a heinous crime. There are a lot of people who protest his innocence, but I don't know if they haven't let him out. Backbone, Concrete Law. Mr. Cheeks, Back Again. This has Crush on You, right? Right? Yes, that's a good song. Do or Die, Heads or Tails. That's a pretty decent album. Swizz Beatz, One Man Band Man. A bad album name. Ying Yang Twins, United States of Atlanta. Ba-dum-dum-dum. This is Little Scrappy and Trillville. The Kings of Crunk and BME Recordings presents Little Scrappy and Welcome to Trillville. So it's like two new artists coming to the fray. Little Flip, Blowin' and Bangin' Volume 2. DJ Clue, The Professional 2. And then if you'll notice, this middle section of this shelf is empty behind me. That's because I keep my personal favorites by my side. So this is not a personal favorite. I'm going to take it off the shelf, but it is a good album. This is a comedy album by Tom Mabe, Revenge on the Telemarketers. Basically, when a telemarketer would call, he would just mess with them. My favorite one is This Is She. He literally answers the phone and goes, yeah, this is she, because they're asking for a woman, and then there's silence, and then they hang up. This is one of my all-time favorite albums, Toxicity by System of a Down. Absolutely love that one. This is in my top 5 favorite albums of all time. I love this one so much for whatever reason. This is the Bloodhound Gang, Hooray for Boobies. This, of course, has the Bad Touch. This also has the inevitable return of the Great White Dope from Scary Movie. This has Mope, Yummy Down on This, The Ballad of Chasey Lane. I love having, because I have this on my phone, I love hooking the album up, or hooking my phone up to a friend's car, and playing the track That Cough Came with the Prize, because it's just literally 15 seconds of Jimmy Pop violently coughing. Along Comes Mary, and then A Lap Dance is so much better when the stripper is crying. Hefty Fine. Look at that cover. A lot of people don't like this album. I liked it a lot, actually. I really love Balls Out and Foxtrot Uniform Charlie Kilo, but I love Ralph Wiggum. I love that song to death. Daughtry's debut album, Daughtry, that is one of my top 5 as well. I also have the deluxe edition, which comes with more tracks and a DVD. I'll put that on the shelf after the video. This is one of the lowest selling albums of all time, and it's also rare. If you listen to it, it's not, I mean, it's bad, but it's an entertaining listen. This is Kevin Federline's Playing with Fire. I have the explicit version, and I got the clean version. I am that much better than you. I'll put those right there. Now for the Chingies, yes. Okay, so Chingy is one of my favorite rappers. I don't know why. I just really fell in love with his style. So we have Chingy, Jackpot, the standard edition, and then 2 versions of the deluxe edition. This was clean, and then I bought the explicit version right after. And then we're going to put rap over here. Why not? Powerballin', and then I found the deluxe edition, and then I found the one with the slipcover for 10 cents. So, that Powerballin' is one of my favorite albums. I love that one to death. I have the whole friggin' thing memorized. What is Hood Star? That's the standard edition, and then the deluxe edition, which comes with some chopped and screwed stuff. And then Hate It or Love It and Success and Failure. Ladies and gentlemen, the best of George Michael. May he rest in peace. Man was an icon. Now for my favorite artist of all time. I think she's kind of surpassed Eminem. Avril Lavigne. We have Let Go, Under My Skin, this CD single that I found of Don't Tell Me. Acoustic, right? This is acoustic? Yes, Avril Live Acoustic. And then The Best Damn Thing, Censored. So then I bought it at Best Buy when they were still selling CDs. Censored. Then I found the uncut version, which comes with a DVD as well. Goodbye Lullaby. Does this have the song that she did from Alice in Wonderland on here? Yes, it does. Her self-titled, which is one of my top 5 albums. I love that to death. Head Above Water and Love Sucks. Did they do a physical release for the deluxe edition of Love Sucks? I'm not sure. Then we have my favorite album, period, of all time, from one of my, probably my favorite band of all time. Their self-titled debut, Tenacious D. Love this album. Front to back, I love it. It's just my personal favorite. I'm actually going to put that right up front. That deserves to be right up front. Alrighty. Tony Yayo, Thoughts of a Predicate Felon. That's a pretty good one. I like some of the singles off that. Tech Nine, The Storm. Lloyd Banks, The Hunger for More. Baby, a.k.a. the #1 stunner, Birdman. What happened to that boy? What happened to that boy? He was talking shit, we put a crap into that boy. Big Timers. Big Money Heavyweight, Hood Rich, and I Got That Work. The original Kings of Comedy soundtrack is where I was first introduced to, like, old school Cash Money music. I became obsessed. I'm the #1 stunner. Justin Timberlake, Justified. Future Sex Love Sounds. Both volumes of the 2020 Experience. And then his other one's in here somewhere. Where is it? It's right here. Man of the Woods. It's a lot of people didn't like. I like. My mom likes some of it. She doesn't like Supplies. I got supplies. Oh, JT. Yes, and then we have Eminem. These I found at a thrift store for 90 cents each. We have the Slim Shady LP, classic. The Marshall Mathers LP, which is another classic. The Eminem Show, which is my personal favorite album of his. Encore, and then we have Shady 15. Then we got Tupac. Hell yeah, Tupac. Again, these were found stupid cheap. Loyal to the Game. The Don Killuminati, the 7 Day Theory. This is when he went by Machiavelli. His Greatest Hits compilation. And then All Eyes on Me, which I think has to be the greatest hip-hop rap album ever recorded. So great. Some more NSYNC stuff, because why not? Celebrity. NSYNC and Britney Spears, your #1 requests and more. Home for Christmas. And No Strings Attached, which is one of my all-time favorite albums. I know, I'm a nerd. Appropriately, it's going right next to Justin. Nickelback, All the Right Reasons. The Long Road, and Silver Side Up. I do like me some Nickelback. Nelly Furtado, Loose, great album. Then we have some Three Doors Down with The Better Life, which has Kryptonite on it, which is one of my all-time favorite songs. And then Away from the Sun, which has When I'm Gone and Here Without You. Almost done. Just have this tiny little stack here. This is one of the greatest rap albums ever created. This is Outkast, Speakerboxxx, The Love Below. Such a fantastic album. Double album from the greatest hip-hop duo possibly ever. Adam Sandler, What the Hell Happened to Me? This is a great little comedy album. E40. My Ghetto Report Card. This is a pretty solid album. It's also his best album. I did listen to that front to back. This is a great classic hip-hop album, The Miseducation of Lauryn Hill. Oh, some more Outkast. This is, Big Boy and Dre present Outkast. So this was like their greatest hits up to a certain point. Saint Lunatics, Free City. That was Nelly's rap group. Him, Ali, Kiwan, and Murphy Lee. Fabulous, Street Dreams, really good album. Afroman, The Good Times, pretty much the only Afroman I would like. This is like his greatest hit stuff. AC/DC, Back in Black, great album. Metallica and Justice for All, fantastic album. One, All That I See, Absolute Horror. Elvis, 30 #1 hits, hell yeah. This quickly became one of my favorite albums of all time. This is Peter Cetera, Solitude Solitaire. This is 9 tracks. All 9 of them are absolutely fantastic. This does have Glory of Love from the Karate Kid Part 2. It also has The Next Time I Fall with Amy Grant. And it also has Daddy's Girl, which is the song that he did for Three Men and a Baby. Big Mistake is fantastic. There was another one I was going to point out. Or did I point out everything I wanted to point out? Love this album. I love Peter Cetera. I'm a Peter Cetera slut. This is a great album. They may just be a one-hit wonder, but this album is really, really solid. Tripolar by Sick Puppies. It's been a long time coming, and the tables turn around. Weird Al, Poodle Hat. Hell yeah, man, I love Weird Al. That, the Al Yankovic story movie was hilarious. 3 Days Grace, what is this, 1X? Yeah, great album. This CD goes for like $100, and I had no idea that it did. I found it for 10. This is Peter Cetera and Symphony Orchestra live in Salt Lake City. This is what I want to hear. He's so good live. This has No Explanation, which was the song he did for Pretty Woman. Baby What a Big Surprise, Glory of Love, If You Leave Me Now. After All, which Cher does come out and sing that with him. That was the song from Chances Are, which I just recently watched. It's a really good movie. You should check it out. It'll make you cry. Restless Heart, Hard to Say I'm Sorry. Feels Like Heaven. I believe Shaka Khan comes out with him. Even a Fool Can See, Remember the Feeling, One Good Woman. Next Time I Fall, Amy Grant does come out with him. You're the Inspiration. 25 or 6 to 4, and Have You Ever Been in Love? And then Daughtry's Dearly Beloved, which is their latest album, which is really, really good. Daughtry is still at it. Daughtry is one of my favorite bands ever, period. End of frickin' discussion. It's been a long time coming, and the tables turn around. One of us is going. Now these last 5 CDs, they are not going on the shelf yet, although pretty much, well, 3 of them are going on the shelf. I haven't listened to one of them, and one of them is just a single. But I found these for $1 a piece at a thrift store. We have Guns N' Roses' Appetite for Destruction. Fantastic album. This is pretty much their signature album. Welcome to the Jungle, Paradise City, Sweet Child of Mine, Rocket Queen. I believe the next album, what was it, GNR Lies? Was that November Rain? I don't know. The GNR Lies one has that really, really racist song that's on there, so I don't know if I want to get that. Nickelback, The State. This is their second album. This has some really good stuff. Breathe is fantastic, and Leader of Men is awesome. Awesome. This is the single that I was talking about. This is D12, which was Eminem's group. Shit on You. Finding a single for this is pretty rare. Evanescence, Fallen. Great classic album. And then this one I haven't listened to. This is Load by Metallica. So that is my CD collection, non-soundtrack stuff. As you can see, oh, I have one more. Actually, I deliberately took this from my mother because, again, she left her CDs with me, and she's in Florida, so what's she going to do? The Chicago box set. This is from Rhino Entertainment. This is like more than a greatest hits section. Where's my Cetera? Where is he? Come on. Yeah, there he is. There he is with the long hair. That's 70s Cetera, baby. I love his voice. I really do. This is a 5 CD, 1 DVD set. What does this have? This has... Oh, so their greatest hits from like album through album period. So disc 1 is CTA when they called themselves Chicago Transit Authority, and then through Chicago. So we have Question 67 and 68, 25 or 64. Then disc 2 is Chicago 3 through Chicago 7. This has Saturday in the Park, Dialogue Part 1 and 2, Just You and Me, which is so great. I love that one. Feeling Stronger Every Day. Disc 3 is Chicago 8 through Hot Streets. This has Old Days. If you've ever seen Starsky and Hutch, the movie with Ben Stiller and Owen Wilson, which I love that movie to death, when it's like at the very beginning when Ben Stiller's kind of like working out, the song that's playing is Old Days. If You Leave Me Now, Baby What a Big Surprise. Then we have Chicago 13 through 18. Hard to Say I'm Sorry, which is my personal favorite Chicago song. I love that one. Stay the Night. Along Comes a Woman, Hard Habit to Break, You're the Inspiration. Will You Still Love Me? And then Disc 5 is Chicago 19 through Heart of Volume 2, which has pretty much nothing that I recognize. And then the DVD is Chicago Live at the Ari Crown Theater. And then promotional film for Chicago 13. Boom. She has 2 other sets of these, but I just kept them down with her other CDs. One of them was for Billy Joel, which I'm not a really big Billy Joel fan. I mean, I like the stuff that I've heard, but not diehard interested in him. And Cheap Trick, which I'm also not a big Cheap Trick fan. But I am an Afro Man fan, apparently, so... Alright, that's it, guys. Probably after this next upcoming collection update, because there are a lot more soundtracks to talk about, I will do my CD collection that's just filled with soundtracks. That will be twice as long as this, so stay tuned for that. Good night. Stay healthy.